Hi, hello Agnieszka. Agnieszka Dzięgielska-Jączyk, Branch Manager and General Counsel at Nordea Bank. Really nice to see you, Agnieszka. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for actually having me here. It's an honor.
Yeah, we love to have you here. We are really looking for our discussion because now we want to have a closer look at a business perspective on gender equality because you are branch manager at Nordea Bank. So, first of all, I would like to ask you a very personal question. Have you ever experienced gender discrimination in your career?
Well, I was extremely lucky not to be discriminated myself, although I must admit that being a lawyer and mother at the same time, it's not easy. And I'm sure that Elżbieta knows what I am talking about, especially when the woman works in a difficult environment, like, for example, law firm.
Yeah.
So I haven't personally, but I must admit that I didn't expect that this might be a problem, even if the legal environment. Couple of years ago, Women in Law Foundation, together with the Polish Society of Corporate Lawyers, and I work with both organizations, we decided to actually check how is legal industry, how is gender equality in the legal industry. And then we organized a survey. We invited a lot of female lawyers to participate. And after that, we prepared a report. And the results were actually shocking. 85% of female lawyers experienced diminishing their professional competences because they were women, or 70% claimed that the decision of their superiors were actually biased because they were women. Many of them couldn't combine legal career and family life. And what is also very kind of it was visible that many female lawyers experience kind of inappropriate behaviors. For example, inappropriate comments about their kind of appearance, their look at the workplace. So we decided to do something about this, and actually decided to prepare an anti-discriminatory guide for women. And the title of this guide is very special because the name is Hello Sunshine, will you make me a coffee? Because this is the question that female lawyers often hear during business meetings.
Yeah, some time ago when I organized, many years ago, when I organized a meeting for a board of directors in my previous company, I was, and I also was responsible for one of the presentations, so I was organizing maybe everything, but also speaking there, but I was the only person asked, what will we eat there, Kasia? Will you prepare us sandwiches? Yeah, so yeah, I remember it quite well. And because you are talking about right now about legal industry, but what about the situation in your banking industry?
Thank you for asking that question. This is actually interesting because the banking industry is the industry when women are in majority. 68% of the total workforce in banks are women, actually. But if we look at the structure of employment, the situation looks a bit different because then we have only 4% of employed women are on high-level management positions, whereas 11% of employed men are on such positions. So you can see the difference here. Um, uh, Women are less frequently promoted. This is visible. But also what is visible is actually banking industry is ahead of other industries, because what I did, I compared the number of women on management and supervisory boards in banks and in top 140 companies listed on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. And then it appears that in banks it's 24% of the total members of the boards are women, and in the company listed on stock exchange we see 18%. So banking industry seems a little bit ahead than the others, and I asked myself a question: why is that? And I think that this is because we were subject to actually non-financial reporting, because NFRD directive actually forced banks to report non-financial factors. And we got used to questions from the regulators that questions about the parity, gender parity, about equal pay. So this already happened.
Yeah,
So it shows that systemic actually steps help.
yeah, you're right. You can't change what you don't measure. And that is why we also, because I work for a media company, and 5 years ago, we started measuring the voice of women, of female experts in our media. And because in Poland, our voice, so female experts' voice, is visible in media only in 20 to 30%. So all you can see in the television, listen in the radio, or read in the newspapers is presented in 70 to 80% only from male perspective. And we are 50-50 population, women and men. So I was wondering if our perspective is not important. Why is it not so visible? And that's why it's good to have data, because we started measuring it, and now we shifted the discussion from subjective one, yes, we do write about women, Kasia, to objective one. Oh, you write about women, but in 30%. What can we do about it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Agnieszka. Please tell us also, how is gender equality addressed at your bank? Because as you said, you have quite a good data comparing to other industries.
Yes, actually, this is true, but this is also because of the powerful initiatives, D&I initiatives in the banks and by the banks. We have not only the initiatives within Nordea, but also Nordea joined a D&I committee in the Polish Association of, in the Polish Banks Association, and this is really powerful group of 20 banks that try to foster the culture. And we can actually persuade the more conservative banks to go ahead with more gender equality programs. And in Nordea, we can actually have something to show, because we have a target that was met. We had a target minimum 40 women in any actually business area or leadership level. And in Poland, we managed to excel because we have 50 percentage that half of our employees, half of our managers are actually women. So this is good result. And what else? I was really glad to hear the story by Andrzej about his parental leave. This is actually what we encourage our employees to do. We encourage young fathers to go on parental leaves. In the Nordics, total number of parental leaves, the number of parental leaves that are being taken by men is like 23% of total number of parental leaves. So it's a really good situation. In Poland, it's still a single digit number, but we are really getting there. And we work actively with the pay gap. We organize training for managers. So it's a kind of a systemic approach. And we try to engage employees as well. We have D&I country councils and a lot of employee resource groups working with D&I matters. And what is also important, we collaborate with various organizations, NGOs. For example, with Mamo Pracuj Foundation, we had the Nordic mentoring program aimed at helping mothers actually that return to work. So I was really interested in the story that I have just heard, that it was not easy to return. We can see this. Also, I'm a mentor myself, so I'm hearing these stories. It surprised me because there is no better management training than taking care of household and kids, I must say. And the women after maternity leaves are better in soft skills and management skills than they were before maternity leaves.
Yeah, that's true. It's not a problem for me to take a panel discussion or to have a power speech at the stage, but logistics with children, oh my God, that's really, really challenging comparing to taking the stage, for instance. Agnieszka, I wanted to touch one more very important thing, but we have only 1 minute 30 seconds. So please try, what's your personal view on quotas? Because we know that till June 2026, the largest listed companies in Poland should have 33% women both on boards and supervisory boards. Is it good? Because I hear some voices that women will be promoted because of the quotas rather than their qualifications.
I'm supporter of quotas, and this assumption that men are appointed purely based on merit ignores this systemic advantage they often enjoy. Women face the barriers, structural barriers like unconscious bias, like lack of mentorship and exclusion from network. We have to balance the chances here. This is really very important. And also, why it is important is actually research shows that this gender diverse boards lead to better decision making actually and better profitability. Contrary research show that actually profits are higher by 36% if we have diverse perspectives, diverse boards. So it really pays off.
So together we are more effective, we are more creative, and it's, I think, that even more fun. so let's make it together.
Exactly.
Let's make gender equality a reality together. Thank you, Agnieszka, very much.